This week on the podcast, it's 2019. Rebel and Kimber Lee breathe some female energy into this thing. I wrestled David Arquette, and let's see how the great Sasuke's English is. Enjoy the show.
This is the art of wrestling with professional wrestler Colt Cabana.
All right. How you guys doing? Come on in, sit down, relax. You're about to listen to The Art of Wrestling, a professional wrestling podcast. It's a life podcast. It's a personal journal. It's an entryway into the minds and souls, the hearts and lives of people involved in the world of professional wrestling. I am your host. My name is Colt Cabana. I am a podcaster. I'm a man bringing in the new year. I'm a bit of a commentator, bit of a comedy man. Most importantly, though, I am a professional wrestler, and I am sitting here live in my studio apartment in Chicago, Illinois. Before I go any further, this is a fan-supported, listener-supported podcast supported by people just like you. I give it to you free of charge every single Thursday. ColtCabana.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, wherever you get your podcasts from. A couple great ways that you can support. Rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes. Tell a friend, tweet it out, Instagram it out. The best way to support, ColtMerch.com, DigitalColt.com. T-shirts, buttons, pictures, posters, DVDs, a children's book, action figures, micro brawlers, keychains, and so much more. Support the cause, ColtMerch.com, DigitalColt.com. And we're back. 2019 is here. I took a little bit of a Christmas sabbatical, which is weird coming from a Jewish guy, but I'll say it. I understand the way we view holidays here in America and around the world. We don't say Hanukkah breaks. We say Christmas breaks. I'm okay with that. That's fine. I did make a tweet saying that everyone just assumes I'm Christian. And then I think a lot of people were like, Colt, we know you're Jewish. You sell the shirts. Your name was Goldman. And it was more of like just when I'm at the stores, everyone's like, Merry Christmas. And I'm like, Happy Hanukkah. That was the context of that, if you were weirded out by that. Some of you don't even care. Some of you don't even follow me on Twitter. Doesn't matter. Importantly, you listen to this podcast and you want to know what's happening in the world of professional wrestling week by week. One of the weeks I was off, I had like 4 shows. I didn't think I was going to have any shows. Oh, no, wait, I had 3 shows. Nova Pro, they didn't book a plane ticket for me. So it was just AIW, AAW, and then on New Year's Eve, I wrestled in Los Angeles for Bar Wrestling. They weren't on the show, so they weren't documented. But this past week, I was back at it. I was back podcasting. I was wrestling for RCW, and I'm going to get a little help from Impact Hall of Famer Abyss to help paint a visual picture of where we are wrestling.
We are in the heart, the guts of San Antonio, Texas, in the Warehouse District at a local brewery. There are, I don't know what they call these things, but they're
fermenting tanks?
They're huge fermenting tanks. There are probably 20 to 30,000 empty, non-used cans that are waiting to be filled with this fine brewery's alcoholic beverage. The place smells of hops and barley and malt. It's quite a great experience.
I mean, you're not even exaggerating. There are literally 20,000 cans just around this.
20,000 cans sitting right behind us. Less than a foot behind us is bags of malt made in Germany. Just literally like tons and tons of malt.
And so I was telling you before how I had changed the format of the podcast, and it's because I want to celebrate stuff like this, because it needs to be noted that these are the weird shows and the weird places that we go. Have you ever been to a place like this or wrestled like a place like this?
This is my first inside an actual brewery. I've wrestled in restaurant breweries. I'm sure you might have too, but this is my first in an actual manufacturing brewery. I've never wrestled before, and to your point, dude, it's totally right. Like, where else but this business do you get to see stuff like this, man?
Oh, I just reminded me, I wrestled at a Quaker State and Lube once.
Yes, great wings. They got great wings.
All right, and how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, bro. Happy New Year, man.
Yeah, this is the first show of the year, I assume.
This is my first show too, man. Definitely.
Maybe I assumed then you were slowing it down or something.
I am slowing it down, but I'm slowing it down from going 90 miles an hour the last 15 years to going 65 and just kind of cruising now. And, I'm still in place with Impact, having a great time as an agent and a producer there. Still wrestling a little bit like I am Sunday. Enjoy helping the younger guys and the younger talent and the younger knockouts there kind of get their feet underneath them and their legs underneath them and get the...
You've been doing that for a long time there, though, right?
Yeah. This year, dude, what blows me away, I think about it all the time. I try not to because it reminds me of how old I am, but June will be 17 years that I've been there, like almost 2 decades, man. That blows me away. I can't believe how...
And I'm not trying to knock you and I'll relate to you because I just saw a clip at 3PW where I was like, it was 2002, and I was like, God, I was so skinny. And like... I just saw a clip of you.
And I was jacked in 05 and 06, man. I look back on those days, and what's funny? You know what's real funny? Back then, I didn't think I looked good. I was like, man, I'm still not on par with none of these guys. And I didn't think I was in good shape then. Even then, I didn't think I was in good shape. But I look back at those videos and those tapes, and I just put my head in my hand.
The same thought I had, because I was like, fuck, if I could only look like that. And I knew at that time, I was like, I look like shit. But now I wish I looked like what I had looked like.
I thought I looked bad then, and I was jacked. I had shoulders and chest. I mean, youth, man. That's I said it in my Hall of Fame speech. I said that my piece of advice to the younger talent is
stay young.
Stay young, but no matter what, man, there's going to come a day where Father Time's going to tap you on the shoulder, man, and he's not going away, and he's not. You can't blow him off. He's going to be standing right behind you, and when it's your time, it's your time. But yeah, man, it's funny you bring that up. I hate seeing old pictures of myself because I'm like, God, man, look how jacked I was, and now I'm like, ugh.
In 20 years, you'll look back at this time.
That's what I'm saying. I'll think, yeah, look how good I looked back in 2019.
Wish me luck tonight. I got a hard one.
You do got a hard one, don't you, bro? I heard you're in the ring with an absolute general, though. A gentleman and a general, I heard.
Is that what you heard?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I heard he's a real piece of shit. I'll come back with a report. And I guess the fun part of wrestling that specific match, was I wrestled Abyss. And I played the baddie. The promoter, Brandon Oliver, his nickname is Boom Boom. So we were double Boom Boom, the Boom Boom Room. I'll never say that again. Maybe I should start saying that. But old Colt Cabana played bad guy. Something fun to do. Maybe there's a future in that. Maybe that's the second run, the back run of the career. But as I was watching the beginning of the show, it was a great show. I made the statement that I think this crowd had never, ever seen wrestling before and were so excited to see wrestling because they were into everything and anything. And it made for a wonderful crowd, just reactions to everything. It was so cool. So it was fun to go out there, portray a baddie, wrestle Abyss, who has been around forever, as we talked about. And he wasn't the only person I ran into as I was setting up the old merchandise table. Rebel was there. And we started talking. This is always good audio. Yeah, and I think that's the fun part of wrestling is that we all.
It's very it's very germ free.
Germ free? Oh, this is going to collect all the germs.
Oh, I do.
And have I ever washed this little thing? Probably not. Can you wash these little microphone balls?
Yes, you can. What you do is you take it off. It should be removable.
Yeah, it is.
And a little soap and water goes a long way, or some shampoo. You rinse it yourself. Just squish, 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 squish.
Okay, and how does that sound go again?
Squish, 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 squish.
Welcome to San Antonio. You've been here now how many times? 1 million times. Last time I was here, you were here.
Yes, I've been here many times, and I really enjoy San Antonio.
Okay, so you were a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Yeah.
So does coming back here do any effect for you? Does it rise business? Is business?
I would like to think so, that my fellow Texans are appreciative of their Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. And
when you sell it, because we're over by your merch right now, what moves the most? Do the Dallas cheerleader pictures move?
Definitely move in Texas for sure. And then always skin to win is usually always. That's what they say.
This is a whole.
That's what they say. I don't know. Don't your pictures with more skin sell more?
The more clothing on me, the better. I think. That's usually how it works. I don't know. What's your schedule this week?
What's today? Today's Friday.
You got a Saturday and a Sunday?
No, I fly home. I'm off Saturday and Sunday. I worked yesterday.
Where'd you work on Thursday?
NXT.
What?
Woo, woo.
I saw the picture you posted. I didn't know you had a match or anything.
I didn't
What'd
either.
You do?
I actually tagged. I had a tag match against Io Shirai and Kairi Sane.
So basically, you're a Japanese superstar now.
Well, you know what? I had a little history with Io because we had a match in Japan when I was over there.
Is that right?
Yeah. So it was really cool to get back in the ring with both of them.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, was that a fun experience?
Totally fun.
All right.
It's my first time at an NXT ring, so yeah.
How was it running those ropes? 20 foot by 20 foot.
I actually didn't really notice it, to be honest.
You're a pro.
I'm a super duper pro.
You were in the Dallas Dome.
I had a whole football field to run across.
Across?
Well, during our halftime, yes,
Yeah.
our halftime performances, for sure.
So you're
and
used
like
to it.
blisters on the feet. I'm telling you, those cowboy boots are legit cowboy boots. And when you've never danced in those boots and you have to break in that new leather, I mean, have you seen those pictures of the ballerinas when they're doing of their toes and their blisters?
Yeah.
Just like that.
What's the similarities that you have found? This is my journalistic question.
Okay.
What are the similarities that you have found from Dallas cheerleaders, cowboy girl,
Cowboy girl. Boy.
to being in professional wrestling?
You know what's funny is there's lots of moves that I'm like, oh, that's a toe touch, like a leapfrog. I'm like, oh, that's a toe touch. A sidewalk slam. I'm like, oh, that's like a swing dancing move. There's like very similar.
So as opposed to like the road life or the life of a wrestler, you find it's a lot of similarities in just the moves and the movement, huh?
Right. There's dues being paid. Like when I first started as a rookie, we were told you have to say yes ma'am, no ma'am when spoken to, not allowed to speak unless spoken to. Back of the line when we'd spend 4th of July practices outside in the heat with no water breaks, and when we did get one, I had to go in the back of the line. Yeah, I had to earn my dues. There was a wait list. I was always in trouble.
To get on the show? A wait list to get on the show or to keep within a wait?
Keep within. They would post if you were in trouble, if you were on wait warning, they would in the locker room where they have tours and even the football players practice, the locker rooms, they would post your weight, what your weight should be, and where you should lose it. And if you didn't lose it in a certain amount of time, then you weren't allowed, you were benched.
And there's been lawsuits based off of that stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's changed for the better, hopefully.
Totally.
Good.
Totally. I'm glad we started talking about cheerleading instead of wrestling.
We're seeing how the worlds mix. I'm intrigued.
I was in a show group called the Perfect Angels, and we would tour the U.S. at all these different bike rallies and bike conventions, and those are my people. And they're very similar to the wrestling people, similar demographic. Mm-hmm. And that's where I feel at home, and that's why I felt like I fed into wrestling so easy.
That's why you mixed in so well.
Yeah, it's all my homies.
Yeah, and I think that's the fun part of wrestling is that we all come from different places, we all have different backgrounds, and somehow, we find professional wrestling. And professional wrestling is not easy. Watch this transition here. But my sponsor today, Twillery, sure is. Imagine being able to stock up your closet the same way you would your refrigerator. Well, our sponsor today could do that for you easily, affordable, and with a perfect fit, guaranteed. And I'm talking about Twillery. They sent me shirts. All I had to do was go on the site, told them my sizes. Next thing you know, I got some real shirts in my closet for grown-up events. I'm not saying every day. I don't know, I might wear these every day. They're very comfortable and easy to wear. Oh, I love internet shopping. I hate real life shopping, but on the internet, it's so much easier. Less anxiety, less stress. Twillery's dress shirt. They breathe, they don't sweat, and they're made of cotton, which feels incredible. Twillery's performance shirt is crafted from hyper-breathable 4-way stretch fabric and features Cool Max moisture wicking tech to keep you dry. Plus, the non-iron treatment keeps it wrinkle-free. They have money-saving bundle deals, free shipping, and free returns. My listeners, you're going to get $25 off your first shirt order by going to Twillery.com/Colt and enter Colt at checkout. That's TWILLORY.com/Colt. The promo code is Colt. When it comes to looking good, the Twillery and their performance shirts, they got your back. I got dress shirts now, comfortable dress shirts, which I could have worn to WrestlePalooza in Minnesota the very next day after the RCW show. But Kimber Lee here is going to help explain our surroundings, and you'll kind of figure out why a hoodie and jeans is just fine.
I mean, you always have to have at First Wrestling your giant PBR can.
And
Now, there's also joining it a giant bottle of Jameson whiskey. So what could go wrong, really?
now, when you say like these are inflated, probably 2 times the size of you, like
Yeah.
twice as tall as you.
Could dive off of them if solid.
Not solid.
Not solid at
Have you
all.
tested them out yet?
I've poked them before. It's not going to happen.
In a perfect world, Sabu would jump off the top of that Pabst Blue Ribbon can.
Yes, in my perfect world.
Although there's many places to jump off of here, and I feel it has been done before.
Probably.
So to give everyone an idea of what's happening, rock and roll meets punk meets burlesque, right?
Yes.
You've been here before.
Yes, this is my 3rd or 4th Palooza, somewhere like that. But yeah, it's just a bunch of fun. Not see music right now, but it's not necessarily just wrestling fans. It's people here for music and just to have fun. It's an awesome time.
Maybe we should pause for a second while this music isn't blasted. I thought I had a free minute of quietness. Sometimes that's the trouble of podcasting. That music just went on forever, and that was the end of that podcast with Kimber Lee. There was a lot of mic checking going on, a lot of random guys just drumming. And when you're drumming, I mean, nobody can hear anything. They're just drumming their little hearts out. There was 2 nights of these shows, though, and they were packed. Each night, 1,000 people. Eric Cannon and First Wrestling always brings in some of the most talented people in the world, and that includes the great Sasuke and Kikutaro. He was there, and I said, "Hey, Kiku, how's Sasuke's English?" And he goes, "Oh, okay. You think he'd want to say hello on the podcast?" "Oh, yeah, no problem." They start talking Japanese, and then I turn on the recorder.
I can't speak English.
Oh, your English is very good.
No. A little bit.
How did you learn English, or when?
No. I never learn.
But this good.
No good.
Okay. When was the first time in America?
Oh, maybe 97, maybe.
Eric, do you know?
ECW? No, 96. Oh, really?
Like,
Oh.
From Minnesota?
96, he wrestled in Minnesota for Eddie Sharkey.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And today,
yeah.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Who'd you wrestle? Jerry Lynn?
Lenny Lane.
Yeah. Lenny Day, yeah.
Eric Cannon, big fan.
Yeah. I miss Eddie Sharkey, Mr. Eddie Sharkey. He came in Japan 25 years ago. Yeah, in my company.
And
Yeah.
Michinoku.
Yeah, Michinoku, yes.
And then, are you excited to be here today?
Yeah, very, very excited.
Are you going to be in a barrel today?
No, maybe. I don't know. Dangerous.
Yeah, that's okay for you, no?
No.
Thank you for coming today.
Oh, thank you very much.
Arigato
Thank you for
gozaimasu.
inviting. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Kiku,
Yes, sir.
how was that talk with Sasuke? Any pointers?
Good.
You think good?
Yeah.
Should I have asked him anything else?
What is favorite movie? And what is favorite food in United States? Something.
Is there a funny answer, or you just want me to ask?
I think he love movie. He watched many movies. Sometimes inspire his gimmick. Black Swan. Maybe very interesting answer.
Okay, I'll be back. Sasuke-san,
I'll like do this.
what is your favorite American movie?
Oh. What do you think, Kiku? Yeah. I remember. Wrestler.
The wrestler. Okay.
Yeah. Mickey Rourke. Yeah, he's the best.
Mickey, okay.
Yeah.
I hope today you don't die in the middle of the ring.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Every time I think.
Every time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna die.
Okay, good answer.
And that was night 1. I wrestled Kikutaro on night 1. We had one of those classic Cabana Kikutaro comedy matches.
Crowd seemed to really, really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I assume Kikutaro really enjoyed it. And also, don't think I took it for granted to be in the same locker room with great Sasuke. All I could think about was the Sasuke special and watching those old Michinoku Pro tapes as a young wrestler, and then to share a locker room with him, and for him to be appreciative and to be so cool, and it was just a great locker room, great experience. Night one was done, and then we head back and do it the very next day. We are here. It's the second night of WrestlePalooza, and of course on the show is the Space Monkey.
Hi.
How you liking WrestlePalooza?
Monkey love WrestlePalooza. 2.5 years here now.
Well, you can talk better than I thought you could.
English getting better.
Yeah. Is that from listening to all my podcasts?
Yes.
I can only assume. Just like Kevin Steen learned English from Jim Ross, I can only assume Space Monkey learned it from Beyond Wrestling. There you go. All right. Did you win tonight?
Monkey win.
Oh, what'd you win with?
Moonsault.
Monkey salt.
Monkey salt. First tail whip, then monkey salt.
Wow, your English is getting real good.
Monkey, you beat Japan same time, Monkey, or no? Next month.
You're going to Japan?
First time. Monkey go DDT.
Holy shit.
and in January.
Did you get all your shots?
Monkey needs shots?
Yeah, you're a monkey.
Good luck to everyone else.
All right. Hey, that's cool. DDT, good for you.
Thanks.
All right. Breaking news. Space Monkey to DDT. I didn't even know that, but now I do, and that's exciting for him. And I will not be joining him in Japan for DDT. I will be going for somebody else, which I will announce in my plugs and upcoming events. But we still have more show. We're at First Avenue. We're at First Wrestling, which is great. Wrestling, rock and roll, and even sex appeal. And speaking of sex appeal, we have a great sponsor who wants to keep you in the game, the sex game, that is. Of course, that's Blue Chew. Increase your performance and get that extra confidence. Blue Chew, blue like the color, chew like what Skinner used to have in his mouth. But, think sexier thoughts than the chew in his mouth. They bring you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, so you know they work. Take them anytime, day or night. And since they're chewable, they work up to twice as fast as a pill, so you're ready to go whenever the opportunity arises. That was in the copy. I don't know if they did it on purpose or not. Probably, right? All right, here's how it works. It's all done online, prescribed online, then shipped direct to your door in a discreet package. That's right, no in-person doctor visits, no waiting at the pharmacy, no more awkwardness. And because it's made in the U.S. and prepares and ships directly, you get the savings. You want some Blue Chew? You got a partner who needs some Blue Chew? I'm going to give you some for free. Just pay $5 for shipping and your first shipment is free by heading over to BLUECHEW.com. Use the promo code COLT. Blue Chew, it's the better, cheaper, faster choice. And no transition from that to David Arquette, but I wrestled David Arquette. He came out to the song Candyman, passed out candies to everybody. And by Candyman, I don't mean some sweet late 90s rap or a soundtrack from the movie. I mean from Willy Wonka. Who can make the sun rise? Is that right? Yeah, you didn't know I could sing, did you? I didn't know either. And it was a moment. It was a real moment. This is what wrestling is all about. This is what indie wrestling is all about. This weird show, Burlesque, Dillinger 4, Great Sasuke, and of course, David Arquette, professional wrestling. I was glad to have the match, and I was glad to talk to him afterwards.
Yeah, last night we were in Clarksville, Tennessee for the NWA pop-up with Tried and True Pro. It was a really exciting match. It was a hair versus hair match against Josephus. My tag team partner was Tim Storm.
And you kept your hair, I can tell right now.
I kept my hair. Thank God. It's pilot season, and I don't know, my wife would have killed me. She's already having a problem with this third midlife crisis I'm having.
But today, so tell me about what you see out there coming into the match, your feelings about before the match and after the match.
Well, I knew I was wrestling you, and I'm a huge fan, obviously, and I've got to watch you work a lot, so I've been taking notes. But WrestlePalooza, it's a great scene. I mean, the people are just having fun, and it's a real, just into it crowd. I mean, there's burlesque dancing, there's punk rock music. and it's just a great time. Everyone's just here to have fun, so it's not a real.
And you understand, I hope, that you're an oddity of this weird world of wrestling now. Yeah. So this is it's a perfect fit for you. I thought that's why I wanted to make sure you came here and we got to wrestle.
Yeah, thank you for doing that, and appreciate you very. I've learned so much from you in general, and that was just I think you might have just thought I wasn't ready. I mean, I kind of not ready, but you let your guard down for a second, and I got lucky. I'll just say I got lucky.
I got diamond cutted. You did. Did you have one-on-one lessons with DDP before this match?
I have had lessons with DDP. I have. I went to a yoga retreat of his, and he gave me a personal DDP yoga session.
That's must have what had happened.
That was the first thing that started me on my sort of weight loss and just getting in shape for wrestling. Honestly, DDP yoga.
And then that one video that just came out of that dude, that was unbelievable.
That was amazing. Yeah. Really cool.
Yeah. Well,
this is great stuff.
Welcome to Minneapolis, and this is cool. Are you a Prince Purple Rain fan?
I am. How can you not be a Prince fan? I love it. I love Minneapolis. I came here when we were filming Beautiful Girls, and it's good to be back. And have some fond memories of this town, and I love this place, Prince.
Yeah.
I was at the forum for one of his things, and he said, "Oh, you're not gonna want to miss this. Get out your cameras." And we took out our cameras, and then all the security were like, "No pictures." And we were like, "Okay." We put our cameras away, and then the security guard was like, "Let me see your pictures on your camera." I said, "I'm not letting you see my pictures on my camera." Yeah. I said, "Then you're gonna have to leave." And I said, "Well, then I'm gonna have to leave." So I left, but I forgive him, and I hope he's playing music somewhere.
He's looking down on you and I wrestling.
No, there's just
a little upset that people had cameras out
right now. Yeah, there's a lot of doves crying.
The party's over. There is littered water bottles, beer cans, blood, thumbtacks about. The wonderful students of the Academy, most of which are wearing Zubaz, the sponsor of WrestlePalooza, are tearing down the ring.
Because Zubaz is right. They're up here. They're selling their wares because it was born in Minnesota from Road Warrior Animal and Hawk, right?
And one of the perks of working a WrestlePalooza event is the tearing away at the Zubaz box. And the folks that get it would never ever put it on eBay. They would wear them.
Is that right?
That's what you would not do that, right?
There's a giant box.
There's a giant box full of 10 different colors of Zubaz.
What was the first thing I said?
You said those would be on eBay tomorrow morning if I were Eric Cannon.
If I were a businessman.
If you were a businessman, which you are.
Yes.
Which you are.
Yes.
But yeah, it's like the sun came up on Varsity Blues. You come out of the strip club, the sun's up, party's over. It's time to go home. And a party it was. There's no live experience like WrestlePalooza.
You say that, huh?
I do say that. I have been, I have been lucky enough to referee in 31 states and 6 countries, but this live experience is unparalleled. I've never watched a WrestlePalooza DVD. I'm sure they're great, but it doesn't do it justice.
The live entertainment, yeah. And I know Cannon's not a little bitter, but the wrestling world just doesn't seem to give this place a lot of love.
No. He works his butt off, and it shows. 2 consecutive sellouts, 1,000 tickets a night in January in Minnesota. That's no small feat. He's built a really cool thing that the fans feel part of, the boys feel part of. This is the thing that was built by him, and it's great. And no one really seems to care outside of the the Twin Cities area. It's a shame. It's great.
Right, but I mean, he's fine business-wise. He's doing all right.
No, he's actually one of the smart ones. He's not coming for Vince or whatever. He's he's got a good thing. He stays.
Oh, you missed that meeting actually.
Oh,
he did say that
one. Man.
He did say that.
Jeez, if you don't want to work at the biggest show of the year, you gotta be on time for these meetings, man. Yeah. No, this is great. I love coming here.
What was your highlight this weekend?
You and Kikutaro, I'll tell you, last weekend I was in Asbury Park, New Jersey for Game Changer Wrestling. Kikutaro wrestled Orange Cassidy, and he suggested that a couple things happened during the contest that were exactly the same as what happened in your match. And I don't know if Kikutaro didn't remember me, which is okay, or he saw it worked, 1,200 miles away, and I want to do it again. The three-way nut shots, me stopping him from the submission. We did that. It was 86 WWF house shows, man. We're going around the loop with the comedy spots, and if that's my future, I'm so okay with it.
I'm with you.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Mine was great Sasuke being fucking a maniac at like 50 years old.
Did you see that chair? I've never seen a chair bend like that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Well, and no one, either will nobody else.
No.
Unless they come to a live experience.
That's right. And tickets sell out quickly. Don't mess around.
And that is the outline of the podcast for this week. I did have some interesting dates. You can hear them right now on the plugs and
upcoming events.
All right, the best way that you can support ColtMerch.com, digitalcolt.com, Twitter and Instagram at Colt Cabana, Facebook /Colt Cabana. I have a storytelling podcast, Pro Wrestling Fringe, plus past archives of this show, old and new, are ad-free on StitcherPremium.com/Colt. Use the code Colt, get a free month. ColtWrestling@gmail.com is my very public email. Maybe a promoter want to put me on your upcoming show or convention, or even be documented on this very show. First week of March and the last week of March I have open right now. Spread the word. I also have a YouTube channel. ColtCabana.com is my website, and that's where you can find my P.O. box. Upcoming January 12th, 13th, 24th, 25th, and 26th, Atlanta, North Carolina, Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. I will be wrestling and doing commentary for ROHWrestling.com. Saturday, January 19th, West Warwick, Rhode Island, the official XWA.com. Wednesday, January 30th, Friday, February 1st, Saturday, February 2nd, Los Angeles, Charlotte, and Nashville, NJPW1972.com. Sunday, February 17th, Duluth, Minnesota, HeavyOnWrestling.com. And Friday and Saturday, February 22nd and 23rd, I will be wrestling in Tokyo, Japan, NJPW1972.com. Intro music by the Ukulele Teacher on YouTube. Outro music by Superfun Yeah Yeah Rocket Ship. Podcast cover art and design by Jimmy Lee. Photo by James Musselwhite. Thanks to David Arquette, Kimber Lee, Rebel, Space Monkey, I think Kikutaro and Eric Cannon snuck in there. Abyss and the great Sasuke for coming on the show this week. Thanks to our sponsors, HighSpots.com, an amazing VOD service with a brand new $5 wrestling. Maybe. There's also PWG's, Best Friends, Egos Amigos, AMA knee pads, gear, mask, even a wrestling ring. OneHourTees.com. They help run ProWrestlingTees.com. That's where you can support your favorite independent wrestler directly. All right, that's the show for the week. This has been The Art of Wrestling. For Colt Cabana, I'm Colt Cabana. Thanks. Favorite independent wrestler directly. Oh, God.